Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And today we're here to talk to you guys about some celebrities that we have met. This is a different type of video, but we've been wanting to do this for a while where we just really talk to you guys about some of our favorite celebrity encounters. So
yeah, so it's kind of like our favorite celebrity encounters, and then it's the
most
ones that,
like embarrassing.
Yeah, kind of like the ones that didn't go so well. So there's like a mix. So we're gonna talk all about it and just kind of share with you guys our experiences with celebrities.
Most recently, a lot of you guys know we got to meet Daniel Radcliffe, and there's a whole vlog about that experience.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the vlog, definitely go watch it. It's quite an adventure in the city.
We were in tears. I think that was the most affected I've ever been meeting a celebrity, where I was like overcome with emotion.
Yeah, we don't like actually cry when we meet celebrities, apart from the Jonas Brothers, because that was a really emotional thing.
We'll get there.
We'll get there later. But meeting Daniel Radcliffe was definitely a dream come true for us, and I think that that definitely falls into like the category of like
that's the best, I would say. I mean, that was just, and he was so nice, honestly. Like, I thought we were gonna die in that barricade, and he was just really really sweet, and he made sure that he was signing everybody's like Harry Potter merch and just everything that anybody was bringing, he would just sign it.
It was definitely the most emotional encounter that we had.
Oh my god, and like, I think for me, like, the biggest thing was like hearing his voice. Like, when he talks, oh my god, like, it is Harry Potter. Like, it's just like a voice that you grew up with, you know? Like, it's Harry Potter, and it's definitely the most emotional, I would say.
Definitely the most magical. So a lot of you guys know that
there's another one you guys know.
So that we have had quite a few experiences with the 100 cast at Conageddon in Boston, and then we also met Bob and Eliza again at New York Comic Con.
And Jason.
Yes. But I think that out of all of them though, the best for us was Bob, because when we met him, I'll always remember that moment when we were at the party and Bob told us that he watches our videos, and I think that moment will always stick with us, because like to have a celebrity and somebody that we love as much as Bob, and you know, Bellamy is our favorite on the show, so it was so special, and it meant so much to us. So I think that meeting him, he's honestly like one of the warmest celebrities I think that we've ever met.
He's very warm,
and he makes you very comfortable talking to him. He makes
everybody comfortable. Like, that's the word I would use.
Like, he really wants you to have a great experience, and like we were like, he's so chill and he's calming. He has like a calming presence, and like because we were literally like having a drink with him, like talking to him, and it's just he's so like I don't know, he just has this like
I just remember
about him.
There was so much like suspense like meeting him. Like, I remember like shaking and being like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, what is happening right now?
He felt like a friend.
When the moment actually happens, like he just hugs you, and he's just really humble and sweet, and he's such a great guy.
So he was definitely one of the best, and I think meeting Eliza was also amazing.
Was cool.
She was really sweet. She was really fun at the party. Meeting her was great as well.
It was cool to talk to her about the show and stuff, and then Zach is just like the life of the party. Like, I have like a vivid memory of Zach declaring himself as the Ballard president at Conageddon, and it was just great. Like, he's just such a fun guy.
He's extremely fun.
And then obviously we also met Dylan O'Brien. We again have a video.
We have a vlog about our adventure with him, and that was one that was actually like really. It was a hard journey to get.
That was surprising as well. It was raining. I remember we waited outside in the rain.
We waited outside in the rain for hours and hours, and it was it was like pouring on us.
And then we got rewarded by him showing up in a suit. Like, what even?
I remember he was very sweet, I vividly remember him just like rubbing like my back.
Oh my god,
and I was just like dying, because I'm like, this is Dylan O'Brien. Like, I've been trying to meet him for how long? And I just remember like feeling so triumphant like after getting that picture and like meeting him.
You know what I remember really well?
He was so nice.
I remember Dylan being very attentive, is what I would say.
Yes, like he would look into your eyes, and it was like he was looking into your soul.
His eyes are the most beautiful color I've ever seen in my life.
They are.
Oh my god, they're like this like melted chocolate is what I mean. describe it as, and he just looks at you, and it's like hypnotizing in some way.
It's almost like you forget everybody else around
like
you.
it was just me and him, man. It was me and him. Like I was very I feel like that was like a blackout experience for me. Like I think I just like looked at him and I was just like,
I definitely like zoned out there. I was like out of body. I like flew away.
Honestly, yeah, Dylan O'Brien was a big one for us.
We've also been lucky enough to meet a couple other celebrities from Teen Wolf. So we've met Tyler Hoechlin was actually the first one that we met. We met him in Atlantic City during our graduation from college. Yeah. We met him, and that was a really, really cool experience for us.
We talked to him for like 20 minutes. Like we talked to him the longest.
I remember he was just a very like chill guy. Is the only way I could so describe it. He was just really chill and like relaxed. And it was almost just like talking to a friend. Like I was so nervous. Like we were both really nervous going up to him because at that point, like this was a couple of years ago and we hadn't met many celebrities, so it was one of like our first encounters with somebody who we really, really loved from like a TV show. So we were like really nervous going up to him, but he's was like really it was like you were talking to it. Yeah, he's really, really hot. His eyes are gorgeous. But I remember it was like talking to a friend, and we actually ended up like telling him like the whole plot of what was going on in Teen Wolf because he wasn't caught up. So we ended up talking to him for like 10-15 minutes about Teen Wolf, and just it felt like longer. Like it was so relaxed. And I remember he was also telling us about him being in 50 Shades, which I'm pretty sure they cut his part, but I just remember talking to him about 50 Shades of Grey as well. And he was and we talked about superheroes with him too. Yeah, we talked about like a lot of things actually. Like not just Teen Wolf. He was just like he was just somebody really that you just wanted to like hang out with. Like he was just really he was so chill. Like it didn't feel like you were talking to a celebrity at all. He was very relaxed, and I think he was very it was actually one of my favorite experiences because it just felt so like even like it reminded me of talking to Bob. Like you don't feel like you're like have that pressure of talking to somebody who's like a celebrity. It was just like a person. It was very warm. We've also met Holland from Teen Wolf Lydia. We've met her once, like, really crazy outside of New York Comic Con. We just snapped, like, a really bad picture. And then we met her, actually, like, in her line. And we talked to her about Stydia, guys. We got to talk to her about Stydia. And that was so exciting for us because she told us, like, that they're having, like, a spy program in the mountains. That's what she told us at Stydia. And that they have a couple kids. So she reassured us. So that was really special to us. That was really, really nice. And she was very nice to talk to as well. I think that she was very sweet, and it was really nice to talk to her about like our ship, and we told her, and for her to be so cool about it. Exactly, like she was so nice about it, and you could tell that she loves Stydia as much as we did, I would say. Yeah, for sure. So we also met Tyler Posey, but this was actually not as long of an experience because this was outside of a building. We saw him at Build, so we got to see him be interviewed for a movie that he was in, and then we met him briefly outside, but because it was so crowded and like he was just leaving, signing, we got like a picture with him. We did tell him that we make Teen Wolf videos for YouTube, and he was like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he was really excited, and I think that if we got to talk to him more, he seemed like a really, really cool guy. I remember wanting to talk to him a lot more than we were able to because it was really fast. So, but from what I saw, like of him interacting with other fans as well, he did seem like a really, really chill guy. Yeah, I mean, we were just happy that we were able to get a picture with him. We also got to meet, the Boy Meets World cast was there, and this is really recent, but we got to meet Ben Savage, Will Friedle, and Danielle Page, and we actually also met Mr. Feeney at BookCon, and he was just like really quiet. Mr. Feeney, he was just, he was tired. He was really tired, and he was cute though, but yeah, I think the most impressionable is obviously that photo op that we did with the three of us. So we had talked about this in our New York Comic Con vlog, and if you've seen that picture, there's a lot going on in that picture because it was just like, I feel like there was like 3 different conversations going on because like there was just a lot of them, and like there was 3 of us. Overwhelming. So it was like me and Anna Maria were just talking to Ben. You guys didn't know where to go. We were just talking to Ben, and it was almost like, it was so strange, like, because I don't know why we ended up like in those positions and like next to who we were next to, because it was just like weird that like the order of it. I think me and Anna Maria literally just talked to Ben because he was like, it was right there, and it was just like we were dying over him. And I'm pretty sure Jacqueline was like on the other side. You had a strange conversation going on the other side.
Oh no, I embarrassed myself so much, guys. I said to him, first of all, I went over, I was like by Danielle and by Will, and I remember like I like hugged them all or whatever, and then I went in the middle of them and I just said, I grew up with you guys. And Danielle looks at me and she like in horror almost and goes, you threw up? I was just like, no, I grew up. But like, I guess because I was so starstruck, I mumbled or something. So like, it didn't come out the way that I originally intended it to be. And
you know what's funny about all this?
Oh no.
Is that me and Anna Maria didn't hear any of it.
No.
Because I didn't say one word.
So I came out of there like, guys, I just made a fool of myself.
Oh my god, it was wild.
Yeah, that was really memorable.
I'm pretty sure I just gave like a heart eyes to Ben Savage the whole time. One of our favorites.
We have a history with Sebastian Stan.
We have a history with Sebastian Stan. For some reason, we like to run into him. We actually just very, very recently, like a week ago.
Yeah, we were
in the city seeing Anastasia on Broadway, and we were online, and we were walking to the line. Yeah. He was online for like another show, but it was like a line.
If you guys know the way that it is, it's like Phantom, Anastasia, and then To Kill a Mockingbird, and they're like really, really close to each other.
Yeah, so we were looking for the line for Anastasia, and we're walking down the street, and Sebastian Stan is standing there. And all of us, like,
we all look at each other.
And we all, like, stop and look at each other to know that,
in, like, a panic, like,
to know, like, realize, like, oh my god, are you seeing what I'm seeing, or am I, like, seeing things?
No, because he's such a great-looking guy that he stands out, I feel like.
He was just right there, and he had, like, a hat on.
Right there, and he turned, and I was like, I know you.
There was, like, a good, like, 15 seconds of us just, like,
frozen in shock.
And
like,
looking around,
shock,
like, does anybody notice this?
Like, does anybody seeing this? Like, there's people around him, there's people on why, like, nobody's noticing that Sebastian Stan is standing right there.
So we just, like, were baffled, and then we just kept walking, because what were we gonna do? We did say hi, and he did say hi to us, so I basically confirmed that it was him, because why would a random guy
he wouldn't have said
hi,
I don't think. So, we just kind of were staring, and we just had, like, this, conversation of, like, I want to go up to him, oh my god. It was like, no, we can't go up to them, he's, like, doing something with, like, I think it was with, like, friends or something, I don't know, but it was like, no, we can't go up to him. It was just a situation, and then he got off that line and went to, like, I think he was on the Anastasia line, and he didn't need to, I think he was going to see a different show. Yeah. I don't know which one, but. I think it was To Kill a Mockingbird.
It was probably that show, but he ended up he looked a little lost, like he didn't know what line to go on. Yeah. So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, so then as he's walking by, we're all just like looking at him, like watching him walk by. Oh my god. We literally were like, hi! And he kind of looked like us, but it looked like he looked like through us because he was kind of in a rush.
I mean, realistically, he did not want to be stopped. Because
no, I don't think he really wanted to be recognized.
We could not go up to him because if we did,
other people would have.
It would have started something, and he did not want to be recognized because he's out. And when you see celebrities in the city, you say hi, you like don't make a big deal because
we didn't want to make a big deal.
It's just a situation where like it's just not.
It's like they're doing their thing, you know. Like,
and it wouldn't be a good experience because he doesn't want to be stopped and like. It's just awkward. That night, man, we were just seeing people we were just seeing celebrities. I thought that I saw
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters was the first one that we thought. I still think that was him.
And then I thought I saw Newt from Fantastic Beasts. I thought I saw him.
I thought I saw Veronica from Riverdale.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. It was just one of those nights. I don't know if it was like we just had like celebrity radar.
I don't know what was going on because then like literally like a half hour later, it was Sebastian Stan online. And then funny enough, when we were seeing the show. So we had like really amazing seats because Broadway was doing like a really great deal. So we were up close for Anastasia and we saw Cody Simpson and he was really great. And we were never really like big Cody Simpson fans. Like we knew him obviously, like, we have heard of him and we liked some of his songs.
We didn't know his like background,
his family.
We weren't like diehard fans where we knew information about him. So
yes,
we realized that we wanted to get a picture in front of the stage. So we asked the guy right there, like some random person. We were like, hey, can you take our picture? Yeah. And he kind of like looked at us, but then he took it and he was like, yeah, sure. And he took our picture and he was like, yeah, just make sure it's good or
and I was like, oh yeah, it's good, thank you. Like, it was like the most simplest interaction.
And then we realized
that was his
that
father.
was Cody Simpson's dad that took our picture. So it was like a little awkward.
Okay,
like,
awkward here.
Oh my gosh, like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but we didn't realize that was his dad until we heard like somebody say like, oh my god, did you see him too? Like, I don't know. And then we saw that he was going through the stage door.
We saw that somebody went up to him and got a picture with him.
Yeah.
And so we were like, oh my god, was that somebody that we like?
And he went through the stage door.
Yeah, and then we had saw him come when he came out of the, like, we saw him walk by us like outside of the theater when we were waiting for Cody. Yeah. And then he went in the stage door, so like it was his dad.
Yeah, because then we Googled.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
and we were like, oh my
god. So yeah.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Like, Cody Simpson was nice though when we met him at the end. Like,
yeah, we wish that we could have had more time for him, but of course the theater was packed.
But he did a great job as Dimitri.
But yeah, he's a lot. He's really so
attractive.
handsome in person. Yeah. Like, guys, like Cody Simpson's a good looking guy, but in person, like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's those eyes and just like he's just really hot. So back to our history with Sebastian Stan. The first time that we ever got to meet him, we were at Wizard World in Philly, and so we were at this big convention that had the Avengers cast there, and we couldn't afford to, because it was really expensive. It was a really expensive convention, so we couldn't afford much there. I think that day we got a photo op, I think, with Stephen Amell that day. Yeah. So we were really like looking for like the Avengers cast and like kind of just watching them like in their booths and stuff. And when we were, I think we were with, I think we might have been by Chris Evans's booth. And we were kind of like trying to see him like as he's signing and everything. And I start tapping Marcella because out of the corner of my eye, I see them bringing Sebastian Stan from where he takes the photo ops to where his booth is, and he walked by us and we just stopped in our tracks and our jaws dropped to the floor. We watched him.
It was such like
and then it was just
like this moment, honestly guys, like if you can imagine this, we were standing there, he walked like a foot in front, he was right next to us.
There. That was
right there. We could have reached out and like touched him.
Yeah,
he was
and he had a leather jacket on.
He had a leather jacket on. He's walking by us. We go, he could see that we're blatantly,
he could see like, that we're just
like, and he goes, and we were just like, hi. Like, we literally swooned.
It was just like a swooning
and
moment.
he was just, he like,
hi.
He smirked at us and waved, and it was like so amazing because you could just tell that he knew like we were just like dying.
Yeah, we totally.
It was amazing few seconds of our life.
And then we got to get a photo op with him.
A year later. Yeah, a year later we did get a photo op with him, which was really cool. And
we gave him a hug.
Yeah, he was really cool. He was just as charming in the photo op. Like, that's obviously a quick experience if you've ever done a photo op, especially for Wizard World. But yeah, he was really charming and like.
But I just remember like, can we hug? And he was like, yeah.
He was just like really, he's hot.
Yeah, he's really hot. And so to run into him last week in the city. We had an experience. We got a photo op with Norman Reedus. And I think that was actually one of Stephen Amell and Norman Reedus were our first photo ops. But
Norman Reedus was one of the better experiences.
Yeah, Stephen Amell we didn't really say too much with because I think we were kind of like taken aback, like, oh my god, it's Stephen Amell.
You have to really like,
you have to
when you're getting a photo op, you have to be very assertive to like, if you want time with them, like, don't like let them push you and like, because we kind of got pushed through with Stephen Amell. We didn't get to say much because he was just kind of like a nice to meet you type of thing. The people there can just be like assholes. The people that run it, they don't want like, they want to get the line through. So they're literally like, okay, next person, go, go, go. And you're only like standing there for like a second. So like if you're going through a photo op, you have to really just like stand your ground and like not move. And you pay a lot of money for that. So yeah, but I think for Norman Reedus, that was another one where I remember
like when we went there, we were like, oh my god, I remember like saying to him like, you're a favorite, and then he kind of like squeezed us. I was like, you're my favorite.
Yeah, like he was charming.
He was charming, and it was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was a good experience.
Yeah, that was a good experience, that photo op. So we're really lucky enough that we live super close to the city, and we got to meet a lot of the Shadowhunters cast when they were doing promotion. Like, if you guys know, we're obviously huge Shadowhunter fans, but we're really big fans of the books. So we had known the cast before the show even came out. So we got to meet them. We've met them like many times, I would say, especially like at the New York Comic Con, like when they were first getting started. And then I think our favorite though, we love meeting Alberto.
Yes, I think he was like, Alberto and Matt, those two I think were the most memorable for us to meet just because we met them the most.
We met them the most. We've met, out of all of them, we've met Kat, Matt, and Alberto the most. Those three we've met the most. And Alberto was so sweet, and we've met him a few times, but I loved meeting him on tour with when he was with Cassandra Clare for the Simon book and the Tales from Shadowhunter Academy. I remember telling him that we took off of work and we like lied to our boss and told him that we were going to a wedding. Yes, he thought it was so funny, and he was like, yeah, the Sizzy wedding, and it was a great time.
Yeah, I just remember, I think that my favorite experience meeting him was at New York Comic Con.
Which one?
When we met him and he jumped off the stage.
Oh yeah, he jumped off the stage.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think it was really awesome. Like the Shadowhunters cast.
That was the first one.
It's just they really like were really great to the fans.
Yeah, that was the first. That was
the first time that we like had an experience with them. The cast, like after their panel at New York Comic Con, they got off the stage and like was interacting with fans, and like there was no security around them. They literally just like after that he just jumped down. We were right there because we saw Alberto first, and we were just like, oh my god, like we were like, this is amazing. And it was just, he was so like chill, and like it was just so it was so really cool that they were like that, and that they just
they're very warm. They're really a great cast.
They just jumped down with the fans and like were taking pictures and talking with all of them.
Yes.
We met Dom too.
Dom was there
Dom
too,
we didn't talk too much to because he had a really
I just remember he took my phone and was just taking like a ton of pictures of like everybody. And Kat was really nice too when we met her. I remember we got her to say a little something for our videos, and she's really sweet. Yes. Matt as well. We loved meeting Matt. Oh my god, Matthew Daddario.
Matt is a beautiful man.
Like he is gorgeous. Oh my god, like he was so sweet. And I remember my favorite memory with them is we were with a bunch of our friends and we all waited out in like 10-degree weather for it was Matt and Alberto that were doing something. This was when AOL Build was very, very different, and I remember waiting outside in the cold all bundled up, and I remember Matt coming up to us and it's just like, why are you guys all waiting in the cold? Yeah, you should get warm.
It was very new to them, all of that. So it was they were very humble.
It was
really nice,
Yeah. They were just a really, really nice group of people.
Yeah, and we definitely have like our memories with like the Shadowhunters cast, meeting them is definitely like on the top of like our like
I love that. I love that cast so much.
Yeah.
We also got to meet on Broadway. We met Vanessa Hudgens, and okay, so we met her 2 different times at Broadway.
So I would say this is definitely on the side of like our worst encounter.
Like she wasn't.
This was an encounter where when we first met her, we did meet her in front of the theater. So when we did get a picture with her. We got like we were with it was us and then Anna Maria and Anna Maria's friend, so it was the 4 of us, and we did end up getting just 1 picture. We were like the only ones outside of the theater, so like we didn't end up getting selfies.
Yeah, like, but she was running in, and
she just kind of, she didn't really say much to us. I think that we had said we said that she was like our childhood, and that, you know, we grew up with her, and that
High School Musical.
Yeah, so we like kind of like,
and she was just kind of like, thank you, like it was very short and sweet. Like it wasn't bad, and we really enjoyed the show. I remember we saw her like really close up, and it was really cool.
I mean, she was just a little cold when we met her.
A little distant, I would say. Like she wasn't
warm. She wasn't friendly. It was just, but it wasn't like she was outright mean.
It was more like robotic.
It was more just like
a robotic.
Yeah, it was just nothing special.
Yeah.
So that was us meeting her. I mean, at the time though, it was really exciting. Because this was Vanessa Hudgens, and guys, like we were really, really big into High School Musical.
Oh my god, and, like Troyella,
and Troyella. So and we were really excited anyway. So it was fine. But we ended up meeting her again outside the theater, because
and that's when she was. That
was when it was a mistake, because she got annoyed because we had already saw her going in, and now, I mean, I don't think that's a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal. Like we had gotten a group picture and we wanted to get selfies with her.
Yeah.
And then we also we just wanted to tell her that she did a great job in the show. Like it wasn't like a big deal.
So we basically wanted to just go up and tell her like we loved the show. Let me mention, she won't sign High School Musical things, which we didn't like. Right there, it's like I don't know. She just wouldn't sign. It's like you could tell when we mentioned High School Musical, she wasn't like she was really very she didn't like that.
No.
So it was just like
yeah. So then I remember it was really dark and there were some people there, and she told when we were trying to go up to her, she talked to her security guard and pointed us out.
She kind of whispered and was like, they were here earlier.
Yeah, she like they
pointed
to
all of us. And then she did come up to us. Like, she didn't like tell us to leave, but she came up to us and was super, super fake and like did take a picture.
We got another group.
It was not a good picture because just of like how that experience went.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it wasn't like a bad experience. It just was a cold one.
Yeah, and it wasn't an experience. You know what it is? When you have this vision of like how somebody's gonna be, that was more of like an experience of like when they say like don't meet your idols.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of is. It's not where like she just wasn't what we expected, and it wasn't like she was outright like nasty to us.
No, but she wasn't out of her way to be nice. Like it wasn't a big deal that we had came again, and we wanted to just tell her she did a great job, and it wasn't like a big deal. And just for her to whisper to her security guard like right in front of us and like look at us, like I don't know, we had a really bad feel.
It just left a bad
after that. Like we were kind of like, oh my god, we shouldn't have gone back up to the door to say hi. Like we shouldn't have done that, because it was kind of like we weren't like that like annoyed with the way that we met her from the first encounter, but the second encounter it was like, oh my god, like why was she such a
it was
bitch?
just like kind of sad because like we really enjoyed the show, and then after that it was like, oh, like that's kind of like not good.
Yeah,
so that kind of left a bad taste in our mouth.
I mean, I'm sure she's really great, but like for us, I don't know, maybe she was having an off day, but we didn't have a good
you never know. I mean, you have to think these celebrities are meeting a bunch of people, so it could be off day, you never know. But we have to end with the Jonas Brothers because we have a lot of experiences with them.
It's not like bad experience, they're just like some of them are really embarrassing. Like I have a really bad habit of embarrassing myself in front of celebrities.
So the first time we got the Jonas Brothers, we met them when we saw them in concert. We did get VIP tickets for them, so we ended up getting the meet and greet. We were like second row at their concert. Like we're diehard like Jonas Brothers.
Oh my god,
guys. You have no idea.
Like literally, like we were the same age as Nick, so we were there in that like before the Burn It Up. Like we watched them, like we really grew up with them, so we ended up we ended up like the last like tour they went on together, we did get the VIP, and so we did get the meet and greet, and that was the first time that we were meeting them, and we were so nervous and so excited. We don't like our pictures.
And our pictures came out horrible.
Awful.
Honestly, it was. I think that was another experience of like don't meet your idols.
I mean, that time like I didn't. I remember. I think I was in the middle of talking because I was standing there and I had my arms around, I'm pretty sure it was Nick and Joe. And I was just like, I have been waiting for this moment for 6 years. And I'm pretty sure the photographer took it while I was in the middle of saying this. Because I remember like they were kind of like, okay, next, like, okay, you can go. And I just stood there and I was just like, been waiting for this. And like they were kind of like, aww. And that was it.
I don't even remember what I said. I just know that
like
I know
remember
Joe was like
that nice.
Was a little standoffish. He didn't really say. He just seemed moody.
Yeah.
He didn't really say much. Nick was like quiet. But Kevin is the
nicest one out of all the Jonas Brothers.
We met Kevin. Actually, we used to go see Nick play in baseball games, and Kevin was there.
We used to go every week.
So when we saw Kevin out like after the baseball game, and Kevin stopped and like,
oh my god,
he was super friendly. He gave us a hug. Like
he was
our experience with Kevin was so short, but it was like
really
it was amazing.
Sweet. Like he was so warm.
He was the sweetest. Nick is a little bit quieter. Like if you do talk to Nick, he will talk and he's friendly and he is polite. But he's just quiet. He's quiet. So it can come off like he's standoffish. And we've had like some funny experiences with Nick. And I feel like Nick is our favorite.
Yeah,
so we've met him the most out of all of them. We've only met Joe once actually in the meet and greet.
We met Joe once.
Kevin we met in the meet and greet, and then we met him outside the baseball game.
Nick we've met various times because Nick was on Broadway, and guys, like when Nick Jonas comes to Broadway, you stop everything and you go there as much as you can. So we went there. We were going there weekly, and we watched him play baseball, and I remember one time he was coming out. We got there like late. I'm pretty sure this was like our first time going into the city for his game, and fun fact, this was when we were 18, and this was actually the first time that we went into the city by ourselves, and the first time we took a subway because we were trying to find him. So with Nick, I remember the team was like coming out, and we were late, and so he was giving high fives to everybody. And as he's giving high fives to everybody, just word vomit starts coming out. I start apologizing.
As he's walking away.
As he's leaving. As he's walking away. He's like giving high fives. And I remember him like trying to like looking, like listen, like I'm just like, I'm sorry we're late. Our train was delayed and we woke up late, and I just was like blubbering, like apologizing.
As if he was looking for us.
He was
He
waiting
doesn't
for us.
know us. He doesn't care, but Jacqueline's apologizing. And he's like, crazy, and just leaves.
Hey Nick, sorry we came late, we got lost.
And then it gets worse.
It gets
we went to the theater. And so this was one of the times when we were in the front of the barricade.
We were in the rain, and
this was one of the first times we were in the front of the barricade.
And I remember it was raining, and we sat on the floor outside of the building, and we wrote him like a heartfelt note.
Yeah, we wrote him a note because we knew we weren't going to have enough time to say everything that we wanted to say.
So we wrote him a note, like our Twitter.
We wrote down our like fucking address. We invited him over for like, we invited him over.
We invited him for a barbecue. Like
it was cringe, guys.
It was
so
wrote
cringe.
like how much he meant to us.
We wrote our Twitter, which I'm pretty sure was like a different name at that time. It was
our
like something about like,
it was like JB Forever Joe,
yeah,
something like that. And it was like,
we wrote down our phone number, we wrote down our email, we wrote down all our contact information.
Like, we might as well have written down like our social security with the amount.
Honestly, that and our credit card numbers, because
like,
we gave him our whole life story in that note, and
we poured our heart out into this, guys, in the rain.
So we gave it to him, and he said, we were like, we wrote you a note, and we gave it to him. He's like, oh my god, thank you.
He was like, thank you, and he
so
took
like
the note.
he was really sweet,
and
like outside the theater,
and we were done. We're like,
we
oh
were
my
like,
god, he took the note.
As soon as he left, we're like, he took the note. So we went there weekly. So the next week that we went,
no, and I remember that week, like waiting by the phone, being like, Nick Jonas is gonna text me. Like
we checked our social media.
We checked
our door when people were knocking. Nick Jonas was gonna come to our door, but
he was coming.
Alas, he did not. So next week we asked him.
So we had to confirm with him.
We said, did you read the note? Yes, of course.
And
you did?
Really?
We were like, it was so cringe, guys. And he's just like,
yeah.
He
said, yeah. And he was like moving on to like the next person.
Like,
and we were like, thank you so much. And
last week and I gave it to you. Did you read it? You did? That really means so much. Thank you. You and Kevin played a great game. Yeah, that was awesome. He won. Congrats on being so proud. You got the other one too? Thank you so much. Good luck at the show. Yeah. Bye, Nick. Bye, Mike.
Wave.
I'm like shaking. He read the note. Of course. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't have much to say.
Clearly, he didn't.
He was just kind of like...
He didn't read the whole note because he didn't get down to our information, apparently.
I mean, why didn't you text me?
Where is that note now, Nick Jonas? I feel hurt.
I mean, why didn't you follow us on Twitter? Like, I thought
all
we had a connection.
To do was tweet us. That's all you had to do. DM us.
We've spent so much money on you in our lifetime. The least you could have done was send a DM.
Yeah. But no, nothing.
Nothing.
So, he didn't come over either when we invited him over.
He didn't come through the barbecue.
So that was our experience. And then another time when we were at the theater.
That was funny. Yeah. So okay, we would go.
This was when we were in the front of the barricade and
people were pushing and it was really insane. And we usually went in on a Thursday, and then we had gone in for an afternoon show. And to say that it was insane is just like putting it lightly. Like people were shoving, people were like, we were right in front, like I thought we were gonna die. Like when you're in front of the barricade, like we just felt like that recently with Daniel Radcliffe. That barricade, it felt
scary. Like we were gonna like trample him. And we were
you feel like you're gonna fall on him.
We got really scared.
So I remember I almost did fall on him. So I remember people were pushing behind, and I had like my playbill, and I'm like trying to get like some like I think I wanted to get like, I don't know, like my Nick Jonas album sign, like the Nick Jonas an administration sign. And I remember almost falling on top of him. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. It's not usually this crowded here on Thursday. And he just looked me dead in the eye and said, it's Wednesday. And I was just like, no, I know, but I usually come here on Thursdays. Like,
so Jasmine just confirmed that we're fucking stalkers, and we come here on every Thursday. Like, we have nothing better to do because we didn't. So, and after that, the conversation was over. Nick Jonas moved on to the next person, and we could not fix that. There was no coming back. That was it. The awkward situations with Nick Jonas.
So that is the end.
That concludes our embarrassing and strange and really amazing encounters with celebrities. And I know that there's definitely going to be more in the future.
Yeah,
and let us know if you guys have met any of these celebrities. And
I'd love to know some of your most embarrassing moments with celebrities. Let us know. We'd love to talk about that with you. And yeah, be sure to follow our social media. We are at City of the Fields.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.